I remember this part and everything when it all started. It all just kind of became this next level, kind of amazing, blowing through the whole atmosphere, where the world changed and everything went on and just kept going and going and going. It's so beautiful. You could touch it. And when you put your fingers on it, it puffed away like one of those afro-y little flowers. I think they're called pussy willows. I might not be right. Maybe they're dandelions. I'm not sure. But it was just kind of this amazing kind of irreverent thing that just happened one day. All this art just kind of held close to what it was, and then it just blew up. Became this better part of everything that seemed to go. And nothing was ever the same again. I started doing this painting in my head a while back. I thought about like that little girl, and then what her family was like, and then what their family was like, and then as they would grow older and older as time went by, and how that was a celebration. This gorgeous, beautiful celebration. So perfect and in sync. So monumental and yet so simple. It just made me super happy. I guess it's, in many ways, it's because, like, I've never thought about my own family in such a way, where it was like this huge celebration. Like, my mom and I are close, but a lot of the rest of me is kind of not. I find this kind of amazing solace in just being and doing and kind of sneaking away and not being a part of all the other things that are going on. And then I think of how great Alec and her family are, and I just feel this connection to like life and living and just being. It's really beautiful, actually. I feel like a lot of the strength that comes from the paintings are actually because of those things. I feel like art has this kind of amazing do with itself kind of feeling, where nothing else seems to kind of get in the way of anything else that's going on. That for all the things that we're doing and we're trying to kind of hold on to, we're just making, and it's just so beautiful. And the freedom that comes with it. I love these crows. They just connect me so much to like everything. You can't really hope to kind of grasp the freedom and the beauty they show when they fly across the world and they just scream at everything. I think about it in a lot of ways. Like, I think if we just took our time and we just yelled every once in a while, just whenever stuff bothered us, it'd be so interesting. I wonder what debates would even be like. I've been making for over 35 years now. I feel like such an old man when I admit that to myself, but it's true. It's just beautiful. It all feels beautiful. I think of the webbing in the fingers, or the curve of flowers, or the way smiles kind of bring cheeks up, the way feet kind of roll. They're all so important. I think the best part of being an artist is probably that you get in touch with all the other parts that are going on in yourself. That you're no longer kind of separated from just everything. My hope is that if I can bring some type of clarity to the art world one day, that maybe it'll be in brushstrokes, not so much in words. I did figure out this one really cool thing though. I was listening to this article on Pod Save the People, and this woman said, and I'm stealing this from my own art book, she told people, she's like, I want you to feel more like this is a friend than it is a book. I want you to tear out pages. I want you to write in it. I want you to draw in it. I want you to do all types of stuff that you would do, like a notebook rather than like a book. I'll do you one better. I want you to take your favorite painting that you see in this book, and I want you to rip it out, and I want you to frame it. And then, when you see me, I want you to show me your framed painting, your framed picture, and I will give you a prize. It's not a new book. I don't know, I want to feel connected to my people who see this book. This is literally like, it's intimidating in a way, because it's kind of like my big move, my moment in the sun. I don't know that we get 1 billion of those. I hope we do. But in some ways I think, and I hope at least, that, I don't know, everything seems to kind of lead to the roads we're trying to get to. That maybe the craziest idea is that we actually just end up happy. I think everybody expects you to be like, as an artist, to be like this suffering monster, but what if in the end we actually get all the things we want, and we actually celebrate all the cool artsy things we make? We write those books, and we sing those songs, and we dance those dances, and we make those brushstrokes. And then we're celebrated for it. It's so easy to see kind of like the possibility of something awful, but what if the possibility of success is scarier than possibility of something being awful? Because success means you actually have to own up to your greatness. We're told so often to kind of not do that, to just kind of run away from those possibilities, because it would be easier to kind of just never be the artist who always tried to be great. It never was. It's a conundrum wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in cellophane. Because you can see it. You can see all the layers. It's like a pinwheel. You see the lettuce, and then you see the cheese, and you see the meat, if you eat meat. I don't eat meat. So in my case, you see the tuna fish, and then you see the bread, and then whatever sauce or whatever's inside of it. And then you have to decide whether you still want to eat all that. I don't know. I think success is oddly hard to digest. Like, in a lot of ways, I guess I kind of been a successful artist, actually. I sold lots of work. Lots of people are fans. At least 111 of you right now. Thank you, by the way. And I don't know, you just do, and you make all these things, and you realize people like you. They like exactly what you're doing, and you've been beating yourself up pretending like they don't. That you're no longer Citizen X. You're just an exclamation point of lightning in a dark room, and everyone's looking. Gives me shivers just thinking about it. It's scary in a way, though. You know, like you do all these really cool things, and you make all these really amazing points, and you think you're just talking to yourself with your eyes closed, and when you open up, people are actually looking at you and waiting for your next words. That's crazy. I just feel so nuts. I don't know, man. I don't know. I love that green, though. I love that green. I feel like color and texture kind of roll together in a lot of ways. It's important to have like a connection, to feel integrated in your design, to make everything just feel like it's spontaneously working out, even though it's completely meticulous and made on purpose. But it's funny though to see people see me work, because I think a lot of times they think I'm just making random motions, but I'm actually doing all of it on purpose. Which is exactly what someone who's making random motions would tell you. I don't know, man. I'm one of the few lucky people in the world who has gotten the opportunity to make and be seen. They are starting to call us the YouTube generation because that's how we interact. It's, I mean, I like it better than hipster or millennial. I don't like millennial. It sounds condescending. There's so many of us with so many different things that we're striving and making. And then just have one word that describes us. I mean, I can't even think of one word to just describe me. So, for a whole generation seems kind of petty. My hope is that in the end of all these things, we find some beauty in what we do, but also in ourselves. Because I don't know, just the idea of like being in pursuit of persistence of all these things and never really getting the opportunity to just be happy seems crazy to me. The brush is an extension of me, and the brush is happy. And I think admitting being happy was probably the hardest thing. But I'll never turn it off. I am Jaws Blake, the talker of the Painter Files. Much love. Ciao. Painter out. Forever and always. Ciao.